Lady Lily back with another video, and this video is going to be the very final result of my burning bowl experience. This is video 3 of this 3-part series. Back in January of 2016, I went to the burning bowl ceremony in which you release things, people, and issues that you have and open yourself up to a new. So they ask you when you come in to bring two things. One is a letter to God. It's like a request, things that you're seeking within this new year. And you write that letter to, they call it the letter to God, and you write that letter to God and you bring it in a seal envelope, self-addressed to you, and hopefully if you have a stamp you provide a stamp. If don't they don't worry about it, they'll put a stamp on there. And then they ask you to bring a list of things you want to get rid of, things you want to get rid of. You write this down on your list, and you attend this. It's a worship service because it's held at a church. It is a worship service, and there's worship, and there's a sermon. And what they do is they collect your list that you wish to burn up. And they had 3 barbecue grills. They had 3 barbecue grills in the sanctuary, and they set them on fire and they just tossed everybody's list. And that's the sign of you releasing, you know, the things that are holding you back, the obstacles, the weights, the behaviors, the experiences. You let them go and just release. And what happens with the letter? They collect the letters, they pray over those letters, and then you get those letters back in the month of July. So I did a follow-up video, the next series of the video, which was July, in which I gave you an update in terms of where I was at based on the letter, receiving the letter in July, and then I say I'll follow up with where I'm at as we have approached the end of the year. So updates from July. I'm going to focus on financial first. Good news. Hallelujah. Holy. Hallelujah to the highest praise. I did get out of my debt consolidation program. Yay! I had in my part 2 of the video, and I'm going to link that video below. I was explaining how I was in a debt consolidation program. I was trying to do my best to pay extra. It did suck a lot of my take-home pay, and I had quite a few expenses with the home, but it did take it took a chunk of my take-home pay. And so, my goal was to hurry up and get out that program. And the original plan, just based on me trying to, give a little extra, being in stretch, the company said December, but I was trying to speed up the process. But and like I said, in the summertime, I don't really have a lot of extra income coming in. I don't teach. There's no judging opportunities for me during the summer, so it's really kind of hard to like squeeze extra for the payments just because you're working with a little less. My parents approached me and gave me a proposition. They said, you know, we know you've been in this program for the past 3.5 years. We've seen you working. We've seen you trying to do this, maintain your home and have some aspect of a social life. We've seen the sacrifices you have made. Um, we see you being responsible now. So they offered to pay the bill off for me, the final balance of the bill. And then told me just pay them back in an amount that was comfortable for me to pay them back. So my brother also joined into a system and to take the burden off them because he said, that my dad's retired, my mom, she's only working part time. So he said he was willing to help as well. And, just, pay them back, give them something every time I got paid. That helped tremendously. And that took place in the month of, that happened in early September. So I got the money gathered up from them. I sent the final payment and I was done as of the beginning of September. And you know, they gave me one pay period, grace period, and from there I was paying them back. And lo and behold, I got my parents paid off. Now, my brother took on a portion of that balance as well, and it wasn't like a significant, huge balance. I would tell you this: the balance was under 2,000, so I will say that. So the remaining balance was under 2,000. So my brother took a portion of that, and he told me, you know what? The payback for me is just you getting back on track and saving your money up. So he said that's my gift to you. He said consider it like a birthday present. So for my birthday, he just really gave me some flowers and a balloon, and he pretty much wrote in the card, what your birthday gift was, which I had no problem with that. So he told me not to even pay them back. In terms of my parents, I did pay them back, paid them in full. I was done with them by early December. So, yeah, they got their money back. So I was adamant. I taught two classes this past fall. So I had judged. I judged two competitions, and then before as we close out this year, judged two competitions, and I did the Chicago, or not the Chicago, but I did the election for the presidential race. So that helped generate a little extra income, and also we had a breakthrough as well on a job. As you guys know, I took a pay cut, and back in mid October, we had a meeting. And whenever we have staff meetings, everybody always say they always feel like it's a doom and gloom meeting, but they actually was able to give us a payback of 38% of what was on lost wages because we took the cut. They did try to negotiate at least 50%, but they said to be safe with their financial assets and records, they did give us a payback of 38%. That happened. They officially paid that out towards the end of October. So that was a blessing. That was a blessing that was able for me to jumpstart getting my savings back together. And at that time, my brother was getting ready to turn 30. I wanted to do something nice for him. So it was really just God showing up on time. Um, it's really showing up right there. And then even just money was just coming out of here and there. I had, how you have those little settlement checks, those little settlements like class action lawsuits, and they, how you fill the stuff out, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna get, whatever. They probably gonna send me like whatever $5. But I swear to God, I had like two checks come to me um, like back to back. First one came, it was like $15 out of nowhere. The second one came, that was $70. And then I had like a rebate, a Visa rebate card come to me. Didn't know where it came from. That was like $12. And you might say, Lisa, that's minuscule. But I'm telling you, it's just all it adds up in the end. All of it is just something you could do. $15, you could go put some gas in your car. You could buy a couple of things for lunch with $15. $70, that can pay two bills. That could, pay a bill. That's, for me sharing cable with my brother and the internet, that's $70. That's a bill. That's a bill. That's the cable bill slash Wi-Fi payment. So, I was just blessed of the increase. I mean, one off a couple of scratch offs, but I just thank God for that increase that's coming. And got a couple of competitions in the new year. I get to teach again in the spring, so I'm honored that got back on track with the financial stuff. I'm getting back on track. I'm actually able to save money into my account. I'm actually able to put things away for, I'm saving up for my ski trip, and I'm doing a summer fund. So it's allowing me to put money aside to do all these other things. And, now I can get back to, having a little fun, not getting out of control. I know you said, well, I seen the purses, but trust and believe, I've been selling things, trades, coupons, been blessed with gift cards. So you've been seeing the bags, but trust and believe I'm being responsible, and I will never, ever, ever, ever put myself back in that predicament again. You guys do not know. You see my videos, and you may think, but oh, she's good, she's well off, but you don't know what it's like selling bags. I was literally selling bags to get bags. It wasn't like I was sitting on this, you know, top full of money or whatever, but you seen that, but it was a halt, and you could probably notice it. There was a halt in some of these bags. The bag videos, new bag videos, was sporadic at one point. Once I moved, so even though you saw stuff here and there, you didn't get to see there was times I had to sit at home. I have no money to go out to hang out. If it ain't free 99, I know. One weekend back in May, our Memorial Day weekend, it was a lot of stuff going on. It was like the Beyonce concert. It was the party they call Biscuits and Grits, that's really known. And, I had to sit that stuff out. I just had to sit that out because, you had bills, you had responsibilities, and, I was looking for free 99 events. I lucked up on some things. Some people have treated me, so, I'm grateful to God to start anew, start over, start fresh. But I said I would never put myself in that predicament again. I would never allow my savings account to go down next to nothing. It did get to that point where it was down to the low of the crumbs. I'm like praying like that nothing, nothing financially tragic happens. But my parents stepped up and helped me. There was a couple of times I had issues with my car. That's why I thank God for them. My dad is a retired. He used to. He was a bus repairman, so he fixed the buses. He's a mechanic, so I thank God that he was a mechanic. That a lot of stuff he could just do. As long as I, went and got the parts, he can put them on and fix things. I mean, there was a couple of times that he were not able to fix it, and we had to put it in the shop. But other than that, he's been a godsend and a lifesaver, especially with me in this car. I know eventually I will have to get a car. So that did come to fruition in terms of my finances. In terms of the job, I'm gonna admit I lacked on the job search. And I'm gonna blame my scheduling. When you look for another job, that's like a second job in itself. And you know me, I'm all over the place doing all types of different things. So for me, I can be honest and say I wasn't adamant about the job search. I mean, I put a couple of resumes out. I talked to a few people. Nothing came to play. And then I think, like I said, with this whole state budget thing, some of this stuff, was on hold due to the budget crisis that the state of Illinois was, you know, experiencing. A couple people said just sit where you at right now. So yeah, so I'm hoping some things will open up for me in the year of 2017 in terms of the job. important. But I will admit I was not being gun ho about it. So I can admit that's I'm gonna take the blame for that. I didn't get out. I wasn't, bam on it looking. Hopefully, like I said, I got this new laptop now. I'm hoping that it will, help me to push me to do more stuff at home in terms of getting resumes out and all that. Love life. Whew, Jesus, my God, my God, my God. What can I say? Currently, not in a relationship. I did, well, I knew, did go out with a guy. It wasn't like I met him. I've been knowing him for the past couple of years through my work with the council, the Greek council I belong to. So it was just like, how you see somebody, you just don't pay them no attention. That was kind of what what situation was. So I think one day we had a conversation and we ended up going out. So we did go out a couple of times. I thought it went great, vibing. And then all of a sudden it just like fizzled out, like dissolved. Round about my birthday, yeah, which was kind of, I was kind of salty about that because I'm thinking, I might have a new guy on the horizon. It's my birthday, and yeah, he didn't show up to my birthday because his car was down, and I'm looking like, yeah, car is down. That's the reason you're gonna come. Like, I got a car, and you can Uber. And it was a ton of people that came to me and my sorority sister's birthday gather that had cars. So, yeah. And he said, "Oh, I'm gonna make it up to you by the end of the week." Yeah, that didn't happen, and let's just say I'm still waiting for it because I saw him about a week ago. Was it a week ago? A week ago, and he was like, "I still haven't forgotten." I'm like, "Yeah." So I kind of know he's going through some things right now. I'm not gonna put his personal business out on the street because that's not my place. But I know some people saying like, don't give up on him right now. He just got to be a man and work some things out. But on the other end, I'm like, I'm not gonna wait either. And then, so that was that. And then my ex, the one who I have talked about in my prior YouTube videos, oh my God, it's like not resurfaced, but he just never goes away. He's around, and I didn't know about opening the can of worms back up for the umpteenth thousand time, but he did come to my birthday party, and then we was working on a fundraiser partnership that he was offering some scholarship dollars to this council that I belong to. So I was like, okay, if nothing else, not a relationship, or at least I can get some scholarship money to help these undergraduate students that we're fundraising for. So we kind of started hanging back out. And I, went in and not saying we together, not saying we was in a relationship, but just hanging and just seeing where it goes. But let's just say that got shattered when some chick put on Facebook that she was out on a date with him. And so, now mind you, we've been going out. He's not a stranger to me, so it's not like you gotta, start all over again. It's almost with us, we almost like be picking back up where we left off. So, he, been over here, spent the night, the things that couples do. So anyway, um, I had texted him and I said, "Oh, so how was your date?" And then he was like, question mark, question mark, question mark. So I, screenshot the post that she put up to say where they was at, and they was having dinner and cocktails and all this stuff. And yeah, he didn't respond. And the next day I ended up talking to him. I just went off. I just went clean cut off. I was just like, how dare you? You always want to reappear. And I'm tired of hearing about, your divorce damaged you and blah blah blah, and you don't know a good person when you see him, and just leave me alone, yada 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 yada. So I think he got the message this time about leave me the hell alone. And if you ain't serious, get away from here. So that happened, and then there was another ex that resurfaced. He also came to my birthday. I had like three exes at my birthday party, which was crazy. They all came, and it was cool. It was just like, one just like this other one just like kind of, kick some feelings back up and kind of kick some feelings back up in me, and we kind of like started chatting back on the phone, and we went out, and yeah, things happen. Yeah, we was at a wedding together. We got mutual people that we knew got married. He was in the wedding. I came to the wedding. We didn't come together, but it was just like some feelings kind of kick back up, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I know I want something serious. I don't know what his intentions is, so it's just like, do I open these can of worms back up or do I just let it go? So I feel like God that gave me a confirmation is just you need to start over. You need to wipe the slate clean. You need to let these men from your past go, and you need to open yourself up so you can allow me to present something new to you. So yeah, in terms of travel, I think I had something about traveling on there. Um, I just, did the few trips. I did the ski trip, Atlanta, and then I went on my family reunion. That was pretty much really the only travels I did. Not a lot of travels in 2016. And that's kind of due to me, trying to hurry me get this program. So 2017, the only trips I know for sure right now is the ski trip. I'm trying to get to Vegas, and Memphis is our family reunion. So I said I did want to maybe consider like a September trip, a fall trip, if possible, if I'm not working a new job. But yeah, I do want to go on a cruise too. That was a thought. So yeah, um, the judging, the referee. I know I brought that up. Refereeing, it's been going okay. It's this is season three. It's been my two experience I had went okay. I think I'm finally getting a grasp of what is expected as me being a cheer and dance palm judge. I think I made my mind up that I don't want to do cheer anymore. I think I want to just stick with the dance. Just because the only reason I say that, I feel like most of my opportunities are coming, majority of my opportunities are coming from the dance and versus cheer. Like I did two dance competitions. I have not did one cheer yet. I will be doing one cheer in January, and the other opportunity is dance. So I feel like I don't really have a lot of cheer opportunities, and plus they changed the rigmarole of how the cheer work. Some's telling me go ahead and get out of it, but some part of me is saying no, try to stay in it. Just because when I know I can get opportunities. There's a couple of opportunities that I can get, that's cheer only related. So I don't know yet, but I think I really want to leave the cheer alone, just focus on the dance. So that is pretty much a nutshell of summing everything up. My friends are still, the sorors, the friends, the family, they are doing well. Thank God everybody's healthy, happy, and yeah, we are looking forward to going into 2017, which will be a season of new. So yeah, the season anew, a new season. That's what we're claiming. So that is it. That's my response towards the final results of the Burning Bowl. And I'm also gonna say that pretty much wraps 2016 in a nutshell as well. So that is it. That is all. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm sorry this went so long, but now you got a glimpse of how it works. And stay tuned for we can see what happens in 2017. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, thank you for your continued support. Have a good evening.